Hello speculation fans and welcome to the rumour mill. The fire's stoked, the kettle's boiled, so come in, pull up a chair, or a beanbag if that's how you choose to live your life, and join us as we take a look at 10 to the C. Okay, if what we just said made no sense, that's because the name is deliberately a riddle, but we'll come back to that in a bit. It's basically the next big thing from Minecraft creator Markus Persson, better known to you and I as Notch, and it promises a customisable sci-fi experience on a whole new scale. 10 to the C was first announced back in March, and it's inspired by the classic space-based trade 'em up Elite. And at first glance, the name looks like gibberish to anyone that isn't a quantum physicist, but 10 to the C is actually a hexadecimal number meaning 10 to the power of C. That's C as in the letter, not as in the ocean. And because Notch is being deliberately evasive, don't be surprised if you also hear it called numerous other things, including Trilec. That's a mathematical term for the number it represents. Okay, we promise you that's the last bit of this video that will feel like A-level maths. That leads us on to the story. It's reminiscent of intergalactic comedy Red Dwarf, featuring a world where the space race never ended. By the 1980s, suspension chambers have been invented that minimise aging, allowing humanity to travel the vast distances across the stars. Unfortunately, you wake up in a distant future in a dying universe full of black holes, having been frozen in time for 10 to the C years. That's about 281 trillion years to you and me. And here's where it gets cool, because, you know, being frozen in time isn't cool enough already, right? The game is all about traversing the majestic void of space, seamlessly visiting other planets and trading or fighting with other spaceships. You can also upgrade your vessel, Star Wars style, adding cloaking devices and in some cases fixing things with duct tape. Yeah, that's right, 281 trillion years into the future and there's still nothing that works as well as duct tape. But it gets even better. The whole game is played in the first person, even the cockpit bits, amplifying the feeling that you're on a tangible, solid space vessel. In an interview with PC Gamer, Notch likened it to a submarine simulator. You'll have to move between areas of the ship, fixing damage and putting out fires. Quite simply, if you've ever dreamed about being a Han Solo or a Malcolm Reynolds, 10 to the C looks likely to fulfill all those sci-fi fantasies. The multiplayer mode will also feature the full Firefly experience, with your buddies filling the roles of additional crew members. The vanilla multiplayer mode will be free, but if you pay the server costs, you can get the persistent multiplayer mode that will continue to model the game's physics and run the computers, even when you're logged out. And speaking of the computer, this is one of 10 to the C's most impressive gizmos. Your ship comes pimped out with a fully functioning, hackable device called the DCPU-16, complete with its own machine code. Why should you care? Because this means custom programs, operating systems, and even viruses. The possibilities here are truly mind-boggling, and already the community is working hard crafting tools to make the DCPU-16 more user-friendly. Yeah, that's right, they're actually optimizing a virtual machine for a game that doesn't even exist yet. So, when can we play it? Well, early reports are suggesting between February and March of next year, but by his own admission, Notch is notorious for missing deadlines. So expect some rudimentary version of the single player to appear within maybe 6 months, and we'll have plenty of coverage here on CVG just as soon as we can. And that's it for the rumour mill for now, but thank you very much for joining us, and please don't forget to rate, comment and subscribe, and we'll see you next week.